Hi, I'm Kelly, and this is She's a Full-On Monet. Today I'm going to demonstrate for you the Dyson Airwrap hair dryer system. So this is not your typical hair dryer. This is supposed to replace basically every tool in your arsenal of hair products. I was really excited when this product came out because I cannot do my own hair. I get my hair blown out at least once a week, usually twice, professionally blown out because I literally cannot brush my own hair. And I know that's really wasteful and sad. So I was excited when this product came out because I thought maybe finally they will have invented the thing that lets me blow my own hair out. And plus I thought I could take it with me when I travel. That has been one of the biggest problems for me, is that I don't always have a salon in the places that we travel. They're not always convenient or practical, so I don't look great in photos when I'm traveling. I usually have my hair up or something because it's just not practical to blow my own hair out. I'm not capable. So I thought, okay, this tool is gonna make me like a master. So I'm gonna demonstrate it for you today and give a little review. But this is not a cheap hair tool. It retails for $549.99. You can get it at Ulta, at Best Buy, at Sephora, at Nordstrom. It has been selling out routinely. I had to wait quite a while until one came available at my local Ulta. But when it did, I swooped it up. So this is not a sponsored post. This has not been gifted to me. I actually purchased this. So I'm going to give you a very unbiased review today. So this is how it comes out of the box. This is what they call the travel bag. It's pretty heavy and it's kind of bulky. So it would, if you were traveling with it, it would take up quite a bit of space in your luggage. But it is a beautiful leather. It's kind of like that Hermes leather, and it has really nice stitching. The clasp is magnetic, which is nice. And it is lined. It has like a little thing so that they don't all fly out when you first open it if it's been in your travel case. So that is really nice. One of the things I didn't mention earlier is that Dyson is advertising this as being healthier for your hair than a lot of the heat tools that you typically would use to style your hair. And it is supposed to kind of combine two tools in one. So instead of using a blow dryer with heat and then a curling iron with heat, you'd be doing the two items at the same time. Or same thing with like a round brush and a blow dryer. They would be combined in one. So it's supposed to be kind of like cutting down on your time and on your use of heat tools. So inside the box you have the main component, which is the wand, and it has a pretty long charging cord, which is handy. So the buttons on it are the power button. It has a wind frequency, which is 3 power levels, and then a heat frequency, which is also 3 power levels. And then the back has like a lock and unlock, which allows you to attach things to the top of the wand and unattach them. So once you put them on, they're locked, and then you press unlock and it releases. So the first attachment looks like this, and it's a basic hair dryer. It looks like a mini Dyson fan, if you guys have a Dyson fan, and it works the same. I have tape-in extensions in my hair, so I actually have 2 textures in my hair. I have my natural hair, which is really kind of thin and fine and dries really quickly, and then I have the part of my hair that attaches with the tape to attach the extension, which is like a tape bond. So that area needs like extra dry time, and I can't put any tension on my hair when that part is wet because it'll cause the tape to pull. And then I have the extension part of my hair, which is kind of thick and wavy. So it's kind of weird having 2 hair textures in your hair. And this dries really, really fast. I'm gonna show you guys how to use it. But to attach the attachments, you literally there's like 4 little notches that fit into 4 little holes. So you just put them in and it's in. And then it won't come off. So you have to actually press the unlock to get it to come off. So it's that simple. So that's the first attachment. And it's the first one I'm going to show you, so I'm going to leave it on. But the other attachments in here are 2 different paddle brushes, They have different smoothness levels depending on the bristles. One gives you a smoother texture and one gives you like more of a traditional blowout with a little bit of like volume and a little bit more, I would call it floof. I don't know what the technical term for it is. But one of them is more like smooth and straight and one of them is more like volume. And this is the typical round brush attachment that will give you like your, what you would consider like a salon blowout. Okay, so now we have these two sizes of curling wands. I don't know the diameters. I should have looked it up before I started the video. And you get actually 2 of each. So, see, I'm not an octopus, hold on. Okay, like that. And that's because the way they grab your hair and wrap, the air only blows one way. So you have to have one for each direction that you want to curl, if that makes sense. So one goes clockwise and one goes counterclockwise. So depending on whether you want the curl to come towards your face or away from your face, you use a different barrel. And I'll show you guys on a close-up later, but there's arrows printed on the barrel showing you which direction your hair is gonna wrap. So you have to be a little bit like knowledgeable about science, I guess, which I am not, but I still kind of figured it out, kind of. So those are all the parts, and now I'm going to show you guys how it works. In order to use it, your hair needs to be damp. It's supposed to be not completely wet, so you start with like the drier part and just to get it to damp. I have done my experiment for you guys because I'm a trooper and I'll take one for the team, and I have used it on dry hair because it says not to do that, but I wanted to be able to give you guys a rundown on what happens if you don't listen, because I don't listen. If you tell me not to do something, that's what I'm gonna first immediately go do. And nothing bad happened. My hair did not fry and fall out. I did not get electrocuted. Everything was fine. I did not get like as amazing of a curl hold, but I did not die. So just so you know, it says not to do it, but you won't die. But if you do, like, don't blame me. I'm just telling you my own personal experience. Okay, so first things first, this is the dryer wand. Now my hair's already damp because I've been sitting here talking to you for quite some time now. But you turn it on. It has the power button in the middle is turning it on. If you push it all the way up to blue, that turns it cool. So it's like a cool blast. So I'm just going to like quickly go over my roots and my extension tape one more time, just so you guys can see how this dryer works. And I'm going to put it on medium heat. So one thing you'll notice about this dryer is that you will not feel like a lot of heat. You will not feel the same kind of level of heat that you feel with a traditional hair dryer. But your hair will dry like quick, even though you're not getting that heat blast that you normally would. So don't worry about it, because I did the first time I used it. I was like, oh, this isn't even hot, like it's not working. But it did, so just trust. Just trust, blindly trust. So usually before I do any blowout or heat styling for my hair, I use either Moroccan oil or a heat styling treatment like this one. This one's by Amica and it's called Velveteen Dream, and it's like a smoothing balm. So I'm just gonna put a little bit of that in my ends if it comes out. I'm pretty sure this came from the Rachel Zellbach style, because I don't remember, but I think that's where I got it from. It smells really, really good too, actually. Wow. Smells like candy. Now I kind of want candy. And I use this brush. This is Safe for Extensions. It's by the brand Wet, and it's a detangling brush. My puppy has chewed it, but if you order this brush, I'm going to put the link, it will come not chewed, right? You're not coming to their house to chew it. She's down there trying to get it back again so she can finish the other side. But this is a really... No, you can't have it. I'm still using it. This is a really good detangling brush. It is safe for all types of extensions. It is not safe from puppies, though. Apparently it's super delicious. So if you have a puppy, put it up high. And I separate my hair with these little styling clips. So I will link those as well. They're really good for holding like half your hair up so you can just do the bottom parts. And those are the tools that I use. So I'll get started and show you. I think I'll start with the curling one so you can see the kind of cool air movement on those. Okay, so I've just used that clip I showed you just to put the top part of my hair up, and I've left just the bottom section down because I'm going to attach the, I think I'm just going to use the largest curling wand, and I'm going to attach it. I'll try to do it so that you can see. I'm lining up those 4 folds, hopefully I can't actually see what I'm doing, to the barrel, and there we go. Now it's on there, it's not coming off. The cleaning part came off, I didn't break it, just in case you were wondering. It won't come off, so it's good now. It won't come off until I push the unlock button. So when you are curling your hair with this, you turn it on and you hold your hair like about that close, and it actually pulls your hair and wraps it itself, like it does it itself. And at no point do you like do any kind of twisting motion. All you do is move it closer to your head and the hair twists on its own. So there's most curling irons you have to turn. This you don't. It wraps the hair itself. So all you do is let it get a hold of your hair, and then you just slowly bring it closer to your head. You'll see kind of the motion when I'm doing it. There's absolutely no like flicking of the wrist or turning. And then once you have it on the hair where you want it, you wait until your hair feels dry. It doesn't have to be hot, it just has to dry. And then you push it up to the top, the blue button, for a blast of cool air, which is supposed to set the curl. And once it's cool, then you turn it off. Once it's off, you slide it out and the curl comes down. So it sounds complicated, but it's really, once you get the hang of it, super simple. So I will show you, hopefully I don't mess it up and you guys can kind of get the hang of it. So it's on now. Let's see, the arrows are showing. So now it's grabbed my hair, and it's just, I'm not turning it at all. I'm just moving it closer to my head. So my hair was already pretty damp. I've got like baby hairs that are not happening. Okay, so now I'm gonna push the button up to cool. And once I feel that it's cool, I turn it off. And I just let my hair go. I don't have a mirror, is it curls? Okay, good. Okay, good. So that is it. It's actually really fast. So if you want, like a lot of people like to alternate the direction of their curl. So you would just switch it out for the one with the arrows going the opposite way. Okay, so I'm gonna switch out the large curling rod for the small curling rod so you guys can see what the small curl looks like. And that's how simple it is. I also wanted to mention, you might have seen when I made this curl that I put my hand on it. It, like Dyson advertises, it doesn't get as hot as other heat products. It's supposed to be better for your hair. So you can, I mean, I don't recommend touching it when you're using it, like the hot part, but it does not feel like a normal curling iron. Like I've burnt my face, my neck, my hands with a normal curling iron. I think kind of every girl has done that at some point, especially when they're first learning how to do their hair. It's probably why I never learned how to do my hair, because I probably burned myself once and was like, I'm done. But yeah, and I think a lot of girls have done that once where they like weren't paying attention and they like tap their neck and it looks like you have like a horrible hickey. Have you ever done that? Is that just me? Okay. So yeah, this will never do that to you because it really doesn't get that hot. I mean, it's hot. Like I don't recommend you like really hold on to it, but it's not like, oh my God, that burnt so bad hot. So I just wanted to point that out. And it does give me a little bit of peace of mind that it's probably not totally frying my hair. I mean, it's extension hair, not my hair, but I paid a lot of money for it, so I kind of care if it gets fried. And this part, see, that's my hair, so I'm gonna care if this gets fried. Okay, so this is a smaller one, so you'll see there's a little difference in the curl. I don't know if you can see that. So those are the two different barrels. And my hair wasn't like fully wet. I have done this process with hair that was a lot more wet than this. I've been sitting outside here while I've been talking to you, so my hair dried a lot. It was damp but not wet. I've done this with like just kind of out of the bath hair. And it does dry your hair while it's curling it, which is kind of cool. It's like cutting down the process a lot. So yeah, those are the curls from the Dyson. Okay, now I know this is like gonna give me a super weird hairstyle, but I've switched out the curling wands for the round brush. So I'm just gonna give you a little bit of a hint of how to use the round brush. If you've ever dried your hair with a blow dryer and a round brush, you know it's kind of awkward. You're doing a lot of this motion, and your arms get really tired, and it's not fun. So, and I can never get it as good as a hairstylist in a blowout salon. So this is kind of 2-in-1. You have your round brush that's pushing the heat through it, so you only have to use one arm, so you get one big beefy muscle, and then one like sad skinny arm. So switch it up. Okay, here we're gonna try it on this part, and you'll see if it gives you that smooth look. So I warned you guys, like I'm not good at blow drying my hair, but it kind of did the little curl under thing. Like you have to kind of get used to pulling your hair straight with one hand and doing the motion of the round brush with the other hand and like twirling it. I'm sure that everyone other than me is going to be much more capable of this, but I am really motivated to get better at this. I just need practice. So I've switched the top out for the paddle brush, one of the paddle brushes, and I'm gonna just use it quickly to show you how I smooth out the top of my hair. This is something that I would maybe normally, after I finish using a round brush to kind of blow out my hair and get that like bend, that under bend, I would go over it with a flat iron at the top to just make it really smooth and straight. I like it really sleek and smooth at my roots. I have a little cowlick back here that's like not my friend, so I usually use a flat iron to make sure that I don't get that kind of stringy weird separation. I don't know if any of you guys have cowlicks, but it is the bane of my existence. So I'm gonna use this to smooth the top of my hair in place of a flat iron and get that kind of really sleek, smooth, hopefully, look that I'm looking for. So this is how you use the paddle brush attachment. So that's like obviously not a hairstyle, that's just how I would smooth like the very top, either before or after I use the round brush to kind of get my hair styled the way that I would want it. Just to kind of get that sleek and smooth effect at the top. And you can do that straight from kind of super damp hair. And again, the two paddle brushes give you a different level of smoothness because one has the little plastic tips on the end and one does not. Okay, so I just went and did my whole hair with the largest curling wand, this size, and I did one half of my hair going with one direction and the other half of my hair going in the other direction, and then I just ran my hands through to loosen the curls. and my hair was just barely damp at that point. So it took me 7 minutes, and this is the result. I don't think that for me it replaces a salon blowout. I think for events or photo shoots or, you know, evenings out that I want to look, you know, much more sleek and finished, I would still get a salon blowout. But for every day, just kind of avoid having that ponytail or bun that I usually revert to, or letting my hair dry naturally and having it look kind of crazy. This is a really good alternative for me. Again, it only took me 7 minutes, and I feel a lot more put together than I would without having been able to do that. And I think for travel, it probably answers that problem for me, that I can take this with me relatively easily and have a more finished look when I'm traveling. So for me, it's a win. It is pricey, but again, because I have extensions, every time I get my hair blown out, it's at least $60, sometimes more. So once or twice a week, that really adds up. 10 blowouts, and this is more than paid for. So if I get to skip a blowout a week, I'm paying for this in like 2.5 months. Makes sense for me. I know it's pricey and not for everyone, but that is my review, and there you have it. I hope that helps.